Okay, so we're going to do a real quick video here just of how to determine if two triangles are similar. And we had a lesson on this a while back. I just want to do a little reminder for you so that you can do the study island activity called triangle similarity. So in this activity, they're basically going to be asking you to identify triangles that are similar. And so when we are doing this, we need to focus on angle-angle similarity, which is right here, which says when two triangles have corresponding angles that are congruent, the triangles are similar by angle-angle similarity. So in 8th grade, that's the only form of similarity we have to test. As you get further on, there'll be other ways to find similar figures. Pardon me. That's rude of me. So anyway, as we're doing these problems, they're going to give you like a picture like this on some of them, and they'll say, given that the lines M and N are parallel, determine how the triangles SQR and VTU can be shown to be similar. So they're telling us if these two lines are parallel, as soon as they say this line's parallel to that one, we should be looking for alternate interior angles that are congruent, or same side interior angles that are supplementary. This one especially, or corresponding angles congruent. So these two especially. Because what we're looking for is two angles. We need to prove two angles are congruent, and when we do, then we can say that triangles are similar. We can also look for all right angles, like 90-degree angles. They're all equal, are congruent. That's another favorite of these type of problems. So to prove that triangle SQR and triangle VTU are congruent or similar, all I need to do is find two angles. So I'm going to put a little checkbox here. Checkbox for one angle, checkbox for another one. And when I've checked both of those boxes, then I can state by angle-angle similarity that these triangles are similar. So my first thing would be to say that angle SQR, S to Q to R, that would be this angle right here, is congruent to angle VTU, because all right angles are congruent. Check. I now have one pair. I've basically done half of my problem. Now, they also told us that our lines were parallel, and because of that, I can look for some other angles, like, so if this is my transversal right here, that was a horrible line that I drew. If that was a transversal, then what we have here is this angle and this angle, opposite sides of the transversal and inside the parallel lines. So these are alternate interior angles. So I can say angle SRQ is congruent to angle VUT, SRQ, VUT, because alternate interior angles are congruent. Check. So I can say that that triangle SQR is similar to triangle VTU by angle-angle similarity. All it takes is the given information to lead to two angles, and once we've got them, we can say the triangles are similar by angle-angle. Now, we'll get some other problems in here. You can pause this, take a look at what I did, and then move on. Here's another example. Which triangle is similar to the triangle above? So I've got 4 triangles to choose from. And I know this is a 75-35, and I could use the triangle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem, which says that the sum of the 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if I have 75 plus 35 plus, I'll call this X for right now, equals 180. 110 plus X equals 180. When you subtract 110 from both sides, X will be 70 degrees. I now know that this angle is a 70-degree angle. So I'm looking for a triangle that has any pair of these three. For example, here's a 35, 85. There are no 85s in here, so this is out. 37 and a half, there's no 37 and a half. This is, whoop, wrong one. Boom, boom. This one is out. 70, 75, 70, 75. This one is in by angle, angle, and this one is out. So the answer has to be Y. Basically, it comes down to angle, angle. We have to come up with that to prove things that are similar. And my last example that I will do for you is given trapezoid, WXYZ shown above, determine how the triangles WXZ and XZY can be shown to be similar. So as I look through my answers here, I notice that they want me to show angles congruent and sides equal. Angles congruent, sides equal, angles, 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 angles. We haven't done anything with angle side, and it doesn't even exist. So these two are wrong automatically because angle side is not going to work. It does not prove similarity. Only angle, angle works. So one of these two is possibly correct, is the correct one, one of those two. It's just going to be a 50-50 shot at it. So we need to figure out which set of angles they're talking about. Hey, lucky for us, we have a right angle. So we're looking for an angle WZX or XZW. So I'm going to put this here, two check boxes, one for an angle and one for an angle. I can say that angle WZX is congruent to angle, let's see, WZX, let's go XYZ just for right now, because we have all right angles congruent. They're two right angles, right? So my reason for that one would be all right angles congruent. Check. Now, when I look down here, this says XZW, XZW, ZYX, ZYX. This is a correct statement. XZW, ZYX, this is correct, so we can't rule that one out yet. Next angle, it said that this was a trapezoid, and trapezoids have a set of parallel sides. So this side is parallel to that side, which makes this the transversal. And so I could take this angle, and I could say they are congruent. So angle WXZ is congruent to angle YZX because alternate interior angles are congruent. Check. Let's see which one of these pair has it correct. WXZ, YXZ. Oh, the X is wrong. This is out. XZY, XZY. See how the Z in the middle and the X in the middle are the correct ones? Where this had XX. So I know that the answer has to be D because that's eliminated. These are the two angles, and the only way to do that is to have an X and a Z in the middle, and these are the only two that had that. So we can now say triangle WXZ is similar to triangle XZY by angle, angle similarity. It's a three-step process once you have your given information. All right, good luck with that. Go through the study island problem and try and get 100% right, but you have to get at least 70%. Thank you for listening.